That's a positive on the back end of, you want to control momentum a little better in the meat of the game when you have a team on the ropes, especially on the road, not giving them any life. So you're happy about games that are kind of go either way in the fourth. The close games we've won tonight where I think it was either we were down 6, I think, at one point in the fourth, and then end up winning by 11. So it gives you a lot of confidence that you can always, win any type of game. But we're very nitpicky around the way that we feel like we can play for 48 minutes. So you want to correct the mistakes in the meat of the game that doesn't make it, come down to the wire every night.
It does kind of feel like it's the start of halves right now with that starting lineup. What do you think's kind of not clicking right now?
We're not getting as many stops as we want, which has kind of been our identity for a while. And when you don't get stops, again, we've played, 6 games on the road. You can let momentum influence the game. And the other teams getting confidence, and guys that, normally don't make shots start feeling a rhythm. And you saw the shots that they were making tonight. Guys off the bench, Killian Hayes had a night, and that can put you in a position where you're chasing a little bit. So we have to be a little bit better controlling the defensive end to start games to give ourselves momentum. We've talked about it, we know it, and I think we'll get there.
Steph, Dre's been back from injury for a couple games now. Do you like where he's at?
For sure. He's shooting the ball. He's moving well. Obviously, we played 2 back-to-backs. His first 2 games were back-to-back, and we talk about your ability to bring it every night and bring energy and effort. Like he's worked extremely hard to get himself there, considering what he went through in training camp, or not missing training camp. So absolutely, he's only going to continue to get stronger. And when he's flying around and stuff in the stat sheet like he did tonight, the way he's been shooting it, that always is a good sign of where he's at physically.
That a sort of half pump fake glitchy 3 that you take, is that something you practice, or is that just come with the flow?
You practice everything, whether it's on purpose or on accident. But it's all just about the confidence as soon as you let it go. So my reaction was I was more relieved it went in, because I should have just shot it normally off the catch. But thankfully I had enough legs to get it down, which is a big momentum. We were, I think, up 3 at that point, go up 6, and force them to call a timeout, and our bench gets into it, and it was a big shot.
I asked Chris and Draymond, this is one of the few times you've actually had a chance to, play against Cade Cunningham. So what is your overall assessment of his game?
He's tough, man. They play him more at the kind of like the combo, but more point guard kind of role, where he's in pick and roll a lot, creating. He gets to his ISO game. And for bigger guards, he's still quick enough and shifty enough to kind of get him off balance. For smaller guards, he likes to use his body and, take up space and get where he wants to on the floor. So he's tough. You just got to live with tough shots he makes and not let him, get blow-bys to the basket. Either try to take away the scoring or the playmaking, one or the other. You can't let him have both. But he puts a lot of pressure on you. He's at the top of the scouting report for a reason. And I know he missed a lot of last year with that injury, and he's bounced back, the guy that they expect him to be.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that.
Had some jumpers.
Yeah, he did.
Have you felt it coming?
No, I don't know. I figure you keep shooting eventually. Hopefully the law of averages. I probably ain't shot it this bad in 18 years, so I like my chances.
Chris, how would you kind of assess where this team's energy is at, where this team's energy has been at over these last 2 games?
It's good. I think, we definitely always happy that we can pile up wins, but we know we got to be better on the defensive end. Always trying to get better on the offensive end, but I think everything starts with us on defense.
What do you think about the way that Dario sort of gave you guys a spark towards the end of the first half and sort of recuperated the broken plays?
I gotta watch it again, but it might get repetitive. But I expect, Dario to do that. Everybody on our team is pretty cerebral in the way that we play, sort of equal opportunity.
How soon after a game do you go back and watch the film? Is it something you do on the bus heading to the next game, next day?
On the bus, at night, in the morning. Just watch the last game before my nap. Just basketball.
Chris, there was a play, I think it was like, you guys went 3. You got to stop. You called for a down screen for Kuminga to set for Steph in the corner. That 3, those momentum plays that take you from 3 to 6. Do you recognize that that's where, hey, that's where my value can be, where I can settle this team down, and if we get a team down, we can put some distance with us?
I don't even think that deep into it. I'm just playing, you know what I mean, and trying to put everybody in a position to, be successful. If J.K. sets his screen for Steph, if 2 guys go to him, he's going to be open. So it's just, I don't think that deep into it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just playing.
We obviously talked to you in Houston about adjusting to the new role that you were playing off the bench. How is that? Like, how do you just feel?
It's an adjustment. I don't know how many games this is, but still getting used to it. And just like with anything, it's going to take time. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Chris, he struggled at some points throughout the game, but what is your assessment overall of Cade Cunningham?
Cade can hoop. Cade, I've known Cade for a long time. He was supposed to play on my AAU team, but he ended up flaking on us. But it's a lot of them that I know really well. Marcus Sasser was a camper of mine or whatnot. I'm really connected into grassroots basketball, so it's always odd to know these guys the way that I do and then get out there and compete against them. But Cade is an unbelievable player, going to continue to be great, especially playing under Monty's tutelage. And then he got Jay Jack on his bench, who one of the best guards to play the game that grew up with me.
Your overall effort tonight?
Effort? I feel like, I could have helped a little more on the rebounding end. Stu was boxing out. I could have helped him box out or crash. Just staying consistent with that and just always being locked in.
How about collectively, just as a team? And Monty was saying how he felt like your overall disposition and energy tonight was better than what he saw last night. Did you feel like from the opening jump you guys had come out with better effort?
Definitely. We came out, we had like an 8-point lead to start, we're locking in on defense. They were hitting tough shots, as they do. But, we competed and we make no excuses.
How would you describe the impact that we knew some other guys were going to have to step up without Duran and certainly with J.I. and some of the others. How could you describe the impact that Stanley and Mude had on tonight's game?
Stan comes in with energy, has no fear, gets the ball, he shoots it, catches it, drives it, makes 0.5 decisions, and he's been working. So he comes in there, he knows what to do, he knows it's his time to shine, and he goes out there and does it, and he helped us a lot today.
After the New Orleans game, Monty had talked about he wants you to continue to shoot, even though it's in the flow of the offense. And since then, your shot has been falling. Does he need to tell you that, or is that how you're wired too? That even though a couple shots didn't go your way, you're still teams are playing off you, you're still gonna let it fly.
Him telling me that really, you know, made me confident. You know, sometimes you feel like you don't want to hold the offense back, but you hold it back when you don't shoot it. And, you know, I want to shoot it too. So it's just good to have him, and not just him, but all the coaches, all my teammates, you know, never look at me crazy despite, you know, whatever happened. So it just makes you, you know, confident.